So today we're going to be making some stuff from scratch. As you guys can see, we have a blank project file here on my friendly Denley FL Studios. What's going on, Ray Mark? What they do? What's up? What's up? Um, we're going to be making. I'm not even gonna give you guys a breakdown. I'm gonna literally make the drop from scratch from this song right here. It's called The Rise of Nagato. If you guys like anime or you like Naruto, you'll know Nagato is Pain, and Pain's that saga is one of the greatest fucking. The whole Pain arc was fucking incredible, and this is the drop we're gonna be making today from scratch. I'm not gonna open up a project file, literally from scratch. It might I might not pick the same exact hi hat sound or something, but I'm gonna show you guys how I make the song, and we're gonna do it from scratch.
Almighty push.
What up, Alex? And also, I'm going to try to listen to this as little as possible. I'm going to try to maybe not play it more than 3 times just to show you guys, you know. So, because if I keep referencing it, then I'm trying to make what I hear instead of just doing it off of what's in here, man. Got some. This episode is brought to you in part by Koya. I used to watch PBS. Yes, sir. We are recording, brother. Says right here, stop recording, which means we're currently recording. So, let's get it going. We're going to be making the drop from Rise of Nagato, and then the second half, so I'm doing 2 hours. We're just going to make some hip hop from scratch. I don't know if you guys are into making hip hop, but for me, it's a nice alternative from what we usually make. If it's some crazy heavy shit, it's nice to just make something that's chill. So I start with the drums when I'm making a brand new record. You guys can see brand new project file. So I've been doing this thing where I just start off. Before I would start off with like a bass sound. Also, too, I'm doing it on headphones. I hate working off of headphones because I feel like sometimes it's, I don't know, when I work on headphones and then I play it on speakers, it sounds like shiza. It sounds like shit. Like shiza. Alright, so I've been using the Remedy Pack 3 for like the trappy stuff that I've been doing. I know it sounds like a dubstep record, but I consider it to be trap, so. Looking for a snare. Okay. So just very basic pattern. This is why I like FL because of the grid on it. I feel like I can make shit without even. I can make it without even. No, I can make stuff without having to listen to it, and I can't do that on Ableton. Maybe I just need to fix my snap or my grid on Ableton. What's going on, guys? All right, so we got basic drums. Okay, pretty sure the drop goes something like that, and that's it. That's the drop. Peace out. No, I'm kidding. So I told you guys I use Splice a lot, quite often. Doesn't matter. I don't really give a fuck what anybody says. You make some fire, you make some fire. Everybody has these samples, but nobody's made the song that I made because it's all about the creativity that you guys have within yourselves. It's all about the power within. Oh, would you look at that? There it is. And also, I constantly tell you guys what's going on, Ramon. I think that's like my uncle's name. I constantly tell you guys too. If you find high quality samples, you don't have to worry about, going too crazy on fucking processing because it already sounds pretty fucking great. Okay, and these are the two two main elements in the song. We have this thing. Ah, so loud. And then we have this thing. All right, I'm sure you guys can start hearing it already. So I don't like working in whatever. If I'm using a sample, if that's like what I'm using as the main parts of the song. I don't like to keep it in the same fucking key that it's in. I like to just whether it be if it's in E, you put it in F, or you put it in D sharp, or if it's in C, you put it in C sharp or B. Just something that so it's not the same exact thing, same thing. So it goes boom, right? Again, making it from scratch. Right. Pretty sure this part goes something like this. Oh wait, I need to get some rides. That's another thing too. So I've been using when I'm getting like tops or anything like that. I've been using what you want to call it. This must some from the Must Die pack. Drums. I don't know. I've been using this, and I've been using a lot of the company stuff as well. But I've been using that. So we go to Splice. And I'll show you guys the process of what I do when I'm on Splice too, so you guys can see. Man, this shit is helpful, man. Like I've been producing for what fucking 10 years, and I've never seen anything as helpful as fucking Splice, dude. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, Splice should sponsor me. I genuinely love their stuff. So, what's going on, Jonathan? What they do? What it do? Sorry for anybody who doesn't use Ableton as well. I'll eventually do one on Ableton too. I just feel much more comfortable in FL, and I can get a lot much work done in a faster period of time in FL. So we were doing the rides, right? See, and in a sense too, you guys will notice I don't spend a lot of time trying to listen to what it sounds like because I know my sample library. Yeah, I know my sample library. No, I know my sample library pretty well. So, right, the song is in D. So if you're working, doesn't matter if you're an intermediate. I don't know how the word is pronounced. It doesn't matter if you're intermediate, if you're a pro, 2 years, 3 years into production, 10 years, 20. I think this is helpful. You go, whatever key you're working in, and you leave. So we're in D. And then usually I'll start with FX, and I'll just find random shit in the key that I'm working in. But let's go back to the record. And so I think it goes yeah, it goes like that. Yeah. All right. So we're not gonna use a sub. We're gonna use the the low end from this sample here. So we're gonna have to cut the low end off of the Shiza, and I like to use a Fab Filter. Fab Filter is great. Not Fruity Parametric. Fab Filter Pro Q2. Numero dos. Number 1 is great too. I have number 3. I'm just too lazy to install it, but that's what I like to use. Kind of hurts my ears a little bit too. That's another reason. Another reason why I don't know, like on whatchamacallit. Again, I always work on speakers. I have some Atoms here in the studio, and I have 2 KRKs like off to the side, and I use those as a sub. And you guys will see, I like to use my to do when I'm sidechaining like the main basses on the record or whatever. I just automate the volume on here, So right click, create automation clip. All right. Very, very basic stuff. Nothing too crazy. Again, I always think if you know, you want to make it like not that you want to make it easy for yourself, but in a sense, why complicate things? Don't get too crazy with it. Try to focus on making a good record, man. And that's it. So I like to put my automations off to the side. I'm gonna try to keep it organized too. Like here, no, fuck. I'll do this. What is it? How do I do this shit? I don't know. There you go. So I'm gonna keep everything in its own track, which I don't do that. I usually just wait till the end and I do that. Well, what's the thing? Auto name, yeah. Auto name. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that the drums don't come in up. I mean, yeah, that the rides don't come in until here. That's something I do quite often. Yeah, the Atoms are great, dude. They're flat, but they sound fucking great. Look at that. Look at that, huh? Ah, look at that. So, alright, just making sure it's on beat. And again, I just clicked here, go to the volume, create automation clip. Anything else, you'll notice I'll do it on LFO tool, like background shit, or if I have like a 4 to the 4 kick pattern going on, I'll do that on LFO, like whatever I'm sidechaining to that, I'll do it on LFO. For whatever reason, I like to do my basses with by controlling the volume. Just because if I want to go and make this dip different, boom, it's already different. I don't know. And then there's a ho 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 ho. There's a laugh. I like to sample a lot of laughs too. And this goes again here. And then it cuts off here. I always do that too. If I'm doing a sustain on like the last snare, I'll take it off so it just plays by itself. So. This side chain is off here. And then I have to and again, as you guys can see, it is was a brand new project file. Just grabbed the 2 basses off the splice. That's another thing. The way that I work, man, I'll hear a sound or something and it'll trigger a whole idea in my head. So usually I just like to lay out drums, like you guys saw. I'll just, let's say, do this. And I'll either pull up Serum and go through my patches until I find something that sounds cool and go from there, or just go through my sample library or go through Splice. Please copy volume peak. Please copy volume peak. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure if you're saying that the volume is peaking, but I'll just bring it down. Is it clipping? Let me see. And you guys can see I'm not doing anything too crazy as far as mix goes. I like to not that I like to wait towards the end. I just like to wait till I have a little bit more going on, and then like for me, it's more important to focus on the idea than the technical. I like to focus on the creative part rather than the technical part of it. Please copy volume peak. I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure if I'm peaking or not. Yeah. It should be fine. And it goes boom, boom. All right. Not the mix of volume. Not sure I'm understanding what you're saying, brother, but I'll bring it down. Okay. So that is the first part of the drop. Hold on. So I'll save it just in case. Alright. There's a metallic snare going on. Alright. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, man. There's a metallic snare going on. I always use metallic snares, and as you see, back on splice. Snare, here we go. It goes. Bing! It's like a bing. Pretty sure it's yeah. And you guys will notice I always throw a metallic snare, and also too. The reason why a lot of times I don't do a lot of the volume control on the mixer, you guys will notice I do it on here on so I do it on the I guess if I'm using a sample on the volume of the actual sample rather than on the mixer, and I guess if I'm doing something that's like on a synth, whether it be Serum or fucking I don't know, Massive or whatever, like when I open it, I'll do it through here. So I control the volume on here rather than on the mixer, which I do that often too, and I'm trying to get just more used to doing that. But I don't know, it's just the way that I work. Hey, Clive. All right, so there's a metallic snare. We're working in D, so no, was it that one? Might be this. Nah, I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like the way it sounds, mate. Also, sorry for my. I'm not good at my British accent, so sorry about that. I'm not sure which snare it was. Doesn't sound bad. I know it's in C and the song is in D, but just sounds. That's the one that sounds the most on key. Okay, F. We're gonna go down what? Oh, we're in D, so F, E, D sharp, D. So that's -3. Okay, that sounds good. There should be a bong. I'm not sure if that's the same exact snare, but. And I also saw somebody say, I think it was Vargo, VRG, saying if you guys put your snares in mono or anything like that. I'm being honest with you, I do not. But again, I don't mix like my bass records. I don't mix them myself. Everything else, the house records, I do yes. The hip hop stuff, I do yes. The bass records, I've learned that I guess in a sense I'm biased. So I have Glades, my homie Glades makes them for me. So shout out to Glades, and he takes care of a lot of just the mixing shit up, the mixing and mastering for me. Drink your water, guys. Remember. Hold on. And now there is some other shit that I have going on here as far as stuff that's in the background. It's from some shit called Dubstep Evolution. Dubstep Evolution, man. And it's just background shit. That's what I call it because it's what it is. You know, send it to it's on the channel of the mixer, which is one thing I love about Ableton, that it does it automatically for you. You don't have to do it like you do on FL where you have to manually assign it. But that's just what it is. So what is this? This plays out like this. So it's just very faint in the background. Obviously it's not right now. So you see I control the volume through this rather than the mixer. And then There's a laugh. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where the laugh is from, and I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try to reference the song as least as possible. So I'm not just sitting there trying to make it exactly what it sounds like. So K9 put out this pack, which actually has been fucking hella helpful. It's a great fucking pack. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? And anybody who doesn't have it, by the way, this isn't. Didn't pay me for this, but anybody who doesn't have this pack, definitely get the pack, man. It is fucking great. Excuse me.
Yeah, one. Let me see. Yeah.
And I remember originally when I first made the drop, I kind of had that laugh off beat on purpose, but I ended up just making it on beat. So, ha 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 ha. I think maybe stretch it out a little bit more. I don't want the end tail of it to fuck with the kick that comes in next. And again, you guys will notice I'm not very technical. You know, like I just know what I want it to sound like. I know what I want it to look like. So, okay. Another thing I've been doing before my drops, I don't know when I started to do this, but just doing this snare pattern here. So, like I'll show you guys right now how much I've been using that. I don't know why I figured I wanted to make that like a thing, but so I do it here. See? Yeah. I did it there. I did it. Where's in the other? Where's this fucking record? Here. Just a snare roll before. I don't know why I decided I wanted to do that on all my songs, but all my recent records have that. So we got. Okay. And I sampled Naruto for that part. I sampled Pain. Okay. And then for that B part, what I grabbed was K9 Pack Forbidden Vase. And I think a mistake a lot of people make too when they're using samples, they think, oh, okay, I'm gonna use a sample and that's it. No, like get creative with it, you know? Which is like with this one, I decided to use this bass thingy that I use on another record. So I knew it would sound good. So create automation clip. I'm already gonna start doing the sidechain on it, just because I want it to sound good before I play it. Is that weird? Is that weird? So here we go. Again, sorry to my Ableton users. I'll do one in Ableton for you guys. Not now, but I will when I do a house record. That's what I want to do when I do streams. I want to do different genres and just show you guys how some of the tactics and tricks you guys learn here are applicable to other genres. So this is the B section. Let's put this on key. So it goes. Alright. So let me just do this here like that. Okay. And you guys, one thing I remember I did a stream. FL Boys all day. Somebody said that they like the pitch bend in Ableton. I mean in FL. Listen, brother. I hate pitch bend in FL. Like FL does not like it was like to get a good fucking pitch bend. You can't do that on any of the FL stuff. like of the FL stock stuff. So I like to use pitch shifter by KHS. The only thing is that for some reason it puts a delay on everything else. But I just record it as audio and then use the audio instead of the original recording, which is this. You guys will see what I mean in a second. In a second. Okay. Also, too, man, I've been freshening up in my Italian. I told my girl to speak Italian. She doesn't believe me. She said she thinks I'm full of shit. But parlo italiano. Come on, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about, man. I'm pretty sure it cuts off here. Parlo italiano. I was doing Rosetta Stone the other day. What was it that I was doing? What is it? Il bambino cucina, l'uomo beve, speak Italian. Okay. So that is the main part of that B section, and as you guys see, originally it was this. Just stay steady, but I just brought it down 2 keys from E to D, and just did a basic pitch bend on it, which again takes me back to the same point. If you have good quality samples or good quality sounding shit, I don't have to get too crazy as far as processing goes. And you guys will notice my processing is if I'm doing something on Serum or something, yeah, the processing gets a little more intense. But if you listen to K9's music, his music is fucking great. His sample pack, it's up in that fucking standard, you know. So it goes. And it goes like this. No. Yeah, that's how it goes out. Alright, so next thing is there's that part that goes on top of it, which is again from the from the K9 pack. It's brought to you in part by. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but it's protein. You know, you spend a lot of time in the studio. Producers, or it doesn't matter. Or even if you're like an artist, like drawing wise or stuff, you usually spend a lot of time sitting down. If you do what we do, and I like to take care of myself. If not, you'd be hella unhealthy. So go to the gym, drink your protein, drink your water, water. I think it was this thing. So it's originally 145. So it stops halfway through. Okay. Stops halfway through. But I think I have it like this though. Oh fuck. So I should stop here. Is that what it is? Okay. And I'm working in. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. And I end up I change the rate on this thing, so it'll play like dun 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 dun. Then the next time it'll be like da 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 da. It'll go on the triplets and shit. And I'll show you guys how I do that. So we go. Throw this onto the mixer again. Open up FabFilter Pro Q. Fucking amazing plugin. Everything from FabFilter is just great, man. You guys will notice too. I haven't really compressed anything, mind you. I'm not the most technical producer. I pick high quality sounding stuff. If I feel like it needs to be compressed, I'll compress it. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think it needs to. I'm pretty sure whoever Again, this is Kanan. I'm pretty sure Kanan already put a compressor on it when he did when he was making this amp. So what am I gonna double compress it? So it's something like that. It sounds a little off. Let's see, is it because of this? Let's see. It's not that. Let's see. No, on this thing, channel 14. Channel 14 signing off. All right. It might be that one. It could be this one. Nah, it's one of these. I'll tell you that much. I know it's not going to make that much of a difference, but it's going to make a difference to me. Just want it to sound how I want it to sound. Mom! So let's see. That's a triplets. I don't think it's that one. I think it's the one I already picked, but I'm just going to try something out. So if I press play on this, chun, 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 chun. I don't think it's that one. Pretty sure it's not that one, but we'll keep it on the side for now. And then you'll notice there's some draggy stuff happening, and for that I've been using these things from the Fabian pack. See, when I hear shit like that, man, that is literal fucking. That is literal music to my ears, man. These little drags, and I forgot. I think it was Clive. I don't know who it was, but somebody on the live stream yesterday. I was basically telling them to add more drags. I feel like these kind of things really fill up the emptiness in a record. Where there is emptiness. Where there is emptiness. I feel like that sounds like some inspirational things. Where there is emptiness, there are drags. And then we're going to put these in the appropriate key. We're going to bring these down to 2 octaves. Not 2 octaves, just 2 keys. 2 keys, mate. What you on about, mate? By the order. See, I can't do a British accent, but if I talk like the Peaky Blinders dude, I could do it. If I talk Cockney, by the order of the Peaky fucking Blinders. Actually, some guy yesterday on Call of Duty. What up, Aaron? Some guy on Call of Duty yesterday. Because every time I got killed, I was like, fucking shit, mate. And then he was like, dude, stop complaining, you fucking Brit. And mind you, I think my accent sucks. So I took that as the biggest compliment. I was like, you really thought I was from fucking London, dude? From the UK? I was like, shit, man. There is hope for all of us. I don't know why I feel like these drags are kind of cutting off. We're going to go to the Cashmere pack. FX element, reverse. There you go. There you go. Shit like that, brother. Shit like that, man. What is that? What was that fucking movie? Will Ferrell movie. Oh, what is it? It says, "Where's your weed at, old man?" There is a feel that goes there. I'm not gonna get too nitpicky about it though. Not for now, at least. Okay. So, and also there is. I remember I was trying to find anything that I could add. Mm-mm. It might have been this, although I'm not really sure. Bum, 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 bum. It might have been that. I don't know. Yeah, it was that. Ha ha! See, little things like that that just fill it up so it's not as empty. And I said I was going to be organized, and look at me eating shit, not being organized. So I basically had that playing every time the kick plays. And of course, you take off the little end on it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thanks, man. Metallica is great. One of my favorite bands. Favorite band of all time, I'm gonna have to say System of a Down. Metallica is probably number two. No, so it goes. Pretty sure it goes. Yeah. You know, and it's just little things like that. I remember there's a brass hit too. And again, I'm pretty sure that's from the Fabian Mazur pack.
Make them go stupid.
Let's take this right here. That's nice. That's nice. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. And let me see. Where there is this brass hit though. I know I used that drag too. I know I used that drag too. Where's your weed at, old man? If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. Man, Warfare was great. I mean, obviously Five Finger, but it'd be pretty biased if I say that considering my relationship with the Five Finger uh, Death Punch guys. Those that's family to me though, man. These guys are great. I wish you guys could see my studio too. I'm pretty sure I had it. Man, I'm just can I at least try to keep this organized? Holy fuck! You guys see, it's like I have something in me that's like, no, don't organize it. So, and then with the brass, I just kind of want the middle of it. So I'm gonna do these. And actually, I remember there was I had said something about showing you guys one of my first song ever. I still haven't found it. I know it's in my email for some whatever reason it won't play. I'll try to find it again. But I do have some stuff that I made when I was first starting, and man, you guys are gonna laugh at how bad my shit was. Under Oath is great. Oh, I mean, Kill Switch. Come on, man. These are just you're naming the goats right now, bro. Let me see who else. Who else do I like? As far as metal, oh man, fucking Fire from the Gods. They're a new band. Jesus Christ, they're insane. Bad Wolves is fucking great. But Fire from the Gods. Oh my god, I am legit big fan of the records. They're not that big yet, but they're gonna be there for sure.
Make your music stand out, get more views, and way more engagement. Bring your music to life. Get Music Visualizer. In every format, even for social media. Get started today. The link is in the description.
Dance, Gavin, dance. I'm not sure if that's like I don't know what that is. Sounds funny though. Okay, so then the second part. So I guess the next 16 bars that follow, or the next 8 bars that follow, it is basically the same thing, except that I changed the rate on this thing. But now, let's get some chants. I've been sampling my own songs. So every time I make a record now, which since especially since I got to send it out, I stem it out. You know, I stem it out, and then whenever I feel like I need things, I'll just pick shit from my own songs, shit that I've already used in other records. But they're my songs, so there's nothing wrong with you sampling your own song like that. That actually helps you establish a unique sound. I heard, not that I heard, but I saw Wookie basically saying if you want to establish a sound, when you do things in songs that are kind of like not repetitive, but something that you do in like every song. Like I told you guys, I do that little snare. I've been doing that little snare thing before, and I have this glitch in like almost all my new records, and I have the same chant, literally the same exact chant in all my new records. Write these things down because it'll help you visualize more of what your sound is. Having your own sound doesn't have to be a sound design thing where you're tied to the same patch, like as like people get mad at Snails when he uses that same thing. They're like, oh man, you use the same song. It sounds same sound in every song. And then he switches the what you call it the he switches it up, and then people get mad because he's not using that sound. So there's no winning. So having using the same patch isn't the only way to I guess establish a sound for yourself. Sometimes you could just do it with like this. And this is what this is. I'm pretty sure it goes like this. And then I get that that's a bit repetitive, mate. Don't get me wrong, I understand. But here, I'm pretty sure I either did this. No, fuck, I fucked it up. Hold on, put it back to normal. Then make this unique so it's its own sample. See, that's something again that Ableton already does for you, but exactly, like you hear that G-Rex, you hear that name, you already know what's going on. So add frequency shifter, vocoder, and it's new again. Yeah, exactly. Literally. I'll show you guys what I do too. Something just it's very subtle, but hold on, let me take care of this. It's very subtle, but it makes a difference. So basically, and I forgot I was there was one of my homies who he's kind of like new to producing, and he was asking me uh something production wise, and I kind of sent him a video of what I'm about to do right now. So Let's pull up a KHS. What's it called? A ring mod. There it is. Ring mod, come on down. Contestant number 9. I'm just trying to get a cool sounding tone. Hey man, I don't want no problems, man. I'm just trying to find a cool sounding tone. Alright, dude? Back off, man. Hey, take it easy. I just want a cool sounding tone. It's like somebody's trying to rob you while you're producing. Hey! Get him! And you just throw this wherever. No, I'm playing. So basically, that's my Obama impression. Really, what my workshops are going to be is just me trying out impressions and you guys telling me if they suck or not. Oh, that's funny. No, I know. There's a fire. I don't know. I'm not very good at Obama. You tune your ring mod by ear? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was another way I was supposed to do that. I just like to find good tones, man. Good tones. I'm not sure if that's gonna. Nope. So what we'll do is, here's what we'll do. Not the tone I was looking for, but have no fear, because another ring mod is here. If not, I just have to redo the same process. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Okay. I didn't do this on the other record, but I'm trying it out now. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Pull up the Edison. Okay. I know it sounds like shit. I know it sounds like shit, but you guys gotta trust. And let me record this because I just don't trust the pitch shifter to not fuck it up. So that's how I guess freeze things. I know, and again, Ableton, that's much easier. It really sounds like I'm rooting for Ableton. I'm not. I think they're both great. But yeah. So let me just make sure. So clearly it's off. Clearly. And then I'll even show you guys what I did for the vocal. We got like 10 minutes left on this record, and then we're gonna move on to some hip hop, which the hip hop stuff is gonna be completely like brand new ideas. I actually got a new pack the other day. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. I've only supposed to tune the ring mod by ear. Again, I'm not technical. I know what I want it to sound like. I know what I want it to look like as far as I'm fucking analyzing and stuff. The most important thing I learned was there's no rules. to making music. Uh, so we got this right here, and immediately. So also too, um, when I'm producing, I have this big TV like behind my monitor. I like to put on just have anime playing in the background. You know, I like to have anime playing in the background, and I, in a sense, try to make something that matches what it is that I'm watching. So I get inspiration from a lot of visuals rather than auditory stuff, and I get inspiration uh, from shit that I listen to too. But when I'm producing, I'll put on either my favorite Dragon Ball Z fight or my favorite Naruto fight or Hunter x Hunter or whatever it is that I like. Or sometimes I'll even put like some fucking 90s X-Men and shit. You know, if you guys ever used to watch that, you know what I'm talking about. The best X-Men ever. Um, but yeah, and I try to make something to what I'm watching, and that helps me, in a sense, get a general idea of the theme that I want in the song. And I wasn't all about themes and music, but I saw Rob Swire from Knife Party. You guys will notice I'll talk a lot about things that I hear other producers say and talk about, and that's because I like to watch interviews and just see how people. Not I like if I'm a fan, I'm not just a fan of your music. You know, I'm a fan of you in general. So I like Knife Party. You know, I like Rob Swire. So when there's an interview from him that I could watch, or he says something that I feel like might help, I actually try to, I don't know, I guess implement what it is that he's saying, or try it out, or actually really pay attention to what these artists are saying. Because you know, if you look up to them, and they're in a level career wise where you want to be, they're obviously doing something right, and it might not just be the music; it could be other things.
This world shall know pain.
Oof, so beautiful.
Summoning Jutsu!
Mighty push. Ooh, fucking bomb, bro. Oh man, I got excited. I just love Naruto. Oh, I'm pretty sure everything is way louder than the vocal.
Almighty push.
You see? Oh, see? I already had it all the way cranked up because I already knew it was going to be low. Oh. And then there's this one thing my homie Talents put me on, and I'm pretty sure LeMay put him on.
Almighty push.
Almighty push. So again, remember how I told you guys I like to start off by making a solid 16 bars of a song and then move forward from there. Boom, 16 bars. This is literally how I start all my records, at least 99% of them. This is how I started this record. Want sample clearance issues? Not really. I don't. I sample a lot of Overwatch, but I don't know. I've never dealt with it. And if I, for example, for this record, I might have to change the vocal drop. I don't think I'll have to. If I do, then so be it. A lot of times, what I'll do is I'll just say the shit myself, you know? And then it's like, I said it myself. I recorded myself doing it. I'm not saying to trust that entirely, you know, to just always go sampling things. But if I'm being honest, man, I have not had any samples. Oh, there was one time on my song Doe, before the vocal drop, I had sampled 2 Chainz saying, I've been getting money. So it goes, he goes, I've been getting money, where the fuck you been? I sampled him saying, I've been getting money, and then I chopped it up again. So it goes, I've been getting money, I've been getting, and then I sampled Homer Simpson saying dough. So I've been getting money, I've been getting dough. And I got that song on a Budweiser commercial for the World Cup in 2016, which is amazing. And they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna need you to change that." And just recorded. Had my homie who's a rapper record it, and there you go. Didn't have to run into that. So if I send this to a label and they're like, "Hey, we can't use that," I'll probably just end up saying "Almighty Push" myself. So vocal.
Almighty push.
There was a fill there too. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a fill. But I'll show you guys this little thing. I forgot what these They're called Melda, I think. It's called Melda plugins. It's a free bundle. Everything works fine. Oh shit.
Almighty push.
Ah fuck.
Almighty push. Almighty push. Almighty push. Almighty push. Almighty push. Almighty push. Almighty push.
I mean, and again, man, if you bro, listen to a lot of these, like, I don't know if you like, for I'm not trying to throw anyone on the bus, but Space Laces, he has the dopest vocal drops, right? His records are massive. I'm trying to use the phone. That's Pee Wee Herman. Except Phaser Sustain. That's from Star Trek. He samples a bunch of old hip hop records. If you're smart about it, you won't run into clearance issues, man. I'm telling you, man.
Almighty push. 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 Almighty
I'm pretty sure I did this as well. Um, Make it unique. Yeah, and if you end up having to change a vocal, you change a vocal. Big whoop. I want to fight about it. No, if you end up having to change a vocal, then you change a vocal, and that's it, man. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. Man, I've been doing this intermittent fasting. See, it's how I do the drags. I'm sure you guys knew. It's very basic stuff. But just reverse it. Ba 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 ba. La 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 la. Almighty push. Do, do, do. La, 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 la. And we're just about done with this. Sure, there might be other little background elements, but I'm just showing you guys how you can start a song. You know, you're lacking on inspiration. You're having a bad sound design day. You just go on Splice, fuck with some stuff. Not everybody's gonna have the same idea you're gonna have. So
Almighty push. Almighty push.
and again, that's just the very base. There's more stuff going on in the background. You know, there's more, I guess, more stuff like this. More stuff like this happening. There's fills in between, you know, little fills here and there. Like there's a fill before the drop, dun, 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 you know. But again, I'm just showing you guys when I tell you guys start with a solid 16 bars and then move forward. This is exactly what I mean. This is how the way I like to work. The way that it's easier for me. You know. Hey, no problem, Adrian. Glad. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, this is the way that it's easier for me. Start with 16 bars. Start with 8 bars. Start with 4 bars. My first 4 bars were this. My first 4 bars have got 4 cars. And then from there, I'm like, okay, this sounds cool. I can make some, you know, I can make it sound cooler or whatever, make it sound better. But the main idea started with 4 bars. Again, so I just say that a lot in the live streams because a lot of people they'll send the song in, and it's very amateurish, which is okay. I'll show you guys some of my first fucking records. But I think if you just move in segments start with 4 bars, go on to 8 bars. Wow, these 8 bars are fucking great. All right, there you go. Keep moving that way, and I'll show you guys here. Uh, Ever resample splice sounds with Harmer all the time, dude, all the time. Not just with Harmer, with other shit, with Portal. So one of my first projects was called the House Cartel. Man, this is bad, dude. This is bad. What I'm gonna show you guys. Holy fuck. So if you guys are new to producing and you feel like your music's never gonna be good enough or blah 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 blah, I'm gonna show you that if you keep at it, you will get better. Where is this God-forsaken song? Do It. That's what it was called, right? Do It. Oh my god, so bad, dude. This is an old project of mine. It was my first music project. It was called the House Cartel. The House Cartel. And then somebody ended up copywriting that name, and then they technically now are the House Cartel. But you see this song right here that I made that song. All right. I don't have the original. Okay. Oh my god, dude, this is so bad. So here we go. One of my first songs ever. 2012. Oh my god. So this is 2012. We are in 2020. This is year 2 into production. With the look at this ridiculously long build up. This is year 2 into me producing. Do not feel discouraged. Hear it back. Yeah, Ray Mark, exactly. So, don't be discouraged. You keep at it, you won't always suck. Nobody's good at anything the first year they do it. I mean, if you are, then that's just great. Like I remember Crank that picked up Cinema 4D, and within like 6 months he was a beast, which is insane to me. So, Beat for Stream thing. So we're naming this. Originally, earlier, I was like, I tried to make something, and I'm like, okay, I'll go along off of this, but this is literally, I have no idea in mind. I'm gonna make a hip hop beat. Let's see. Mine's shitty. This is back in 2014. Nah, man. All right, I don't want to keep going back to this. I know this is I know I'm supposed to make stuff from scratch, which we're doing. That's what we're doing. But let me just show you another. Oh my god, you guys don't want to have a competition of who was a shittier producer. All right, my first song ever on Beatport, and this is me on the vocals too. I say like Amsterdam or some shit like that. Look. Oh. Yeah, I honestly do wish I had a ghost producer. I wish I had somebody to take the load off. But honestly, I don't understand how some people, like, I understand that it's business, but at the end of the day, for you to stand up there and have no involvement with the making of a record and then be like, yeah, it's my song. I mean, power to you if you can do that, but not me. In memoriam. So we're gonna be making some hip hop stuff. Here we go. So I like to use this pluck from Omnisphere. Just start a brand new project, put up an Omnisphere. I'm not sure what melody I'm gonna be working in. Let's start off fast, and Let's start off fast and then bring it down and go slow. So we're gonna start at 160. Again, we're making a hip hop beat. Here's one thing I've learned. No offense to anyone. A lot of people that I know that make a lot of people that I know that make dance music, dubstep, house, regardless what it is, anything that falls under the umbrella of EDM, they can't. When it comes to making hip hop, they struggle, and that's not all of them, but a lot of. I mean, that's yeah, that's not all the producers I know, but a lot of them do. And the reason why it's, I don't know. I guess they kind of bring the same approach from from dubstep or whatever to try to bring it to hip hop. That's not the way it works. Hip hop is its own world. You know, you have to, in a sense, I don't want to say follow the rules, but listen, man, if you're working with a rapper, you know, for me at least, I don't want to take him out of his element. I think the perfect example is Nightmare. If you see Nightmare's working with people like ASAP Ferg and people like Gunna, he's not making dubstep records with them. He's not making trap songs with them. He's making hip hop records with them, proper hip hop records, like actual radio worthy hip hop tunes, Young Thug type shit, you know. And then he does a VIP to it, and he gives it his trap elements. And when he plays live, he can perform that. But that's the right approach. If you get a chance to work with a rapper, don't go and here, man, rap on a dubstep song because you're gonna do that thing where they rap like this and then they try to match the no. You leave the artist, whether it be unless they ask for it specifically. But for me, I like to leave an artist, especially if it's a rapper, in his comfort zone, and I'll step out of my comfort zone so he can be comfortable, so we can make the best thing possible. If the rapper or the lyricist or the vocalist who's supposed to be in the forefront isn't in his comfort zone, but you are, you're not going to have the best record because I feel like it'd be easier for me to adjust than for him to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Again, unless they ask for it specifically. So here's the plug sound we have from Omnisphere. Omnisphere is great. If you don't have it, get it. I like to use a lot of MIDI and then just end up fucking with it. So here we have the Cymatics Emerald Pack MIDI. Not all my beats start like this, but just for the sake of that we have 53 minutes, I'll do it like this. That's hard. See, that's how my mind works. I already got the beat made in my head. So we're gonna get an RC20 retro color. RC is the sauce. I saw Kenny Beats using this, and I have to go and get it. Man, is my bandana on straight, dude? Dude, is my bandana on straight? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here we got RC Retro Color 20. Give me 1 second, guys. So this is without, I mean with it. Oh yeah, without it, without the retro. So this is basically one of their patches, the VHS. I just modified it a little bit. And then when I went here, I put set a startup. So every time it starts up, it automatically goes to the settings that I like them to be at. Yeah, oh yeah, man. MIDI pack, yeah, stay hydrated. And MIDI packs are great, dude. They definitely are a massive help, especially if you don't know music theory like me. So what I would do if I had a little bit more time, okay, I'm like, so this is well, first and foremost. See, it's an F sharp minor. We don't want that. We don't want that because then we're just dragging and dropping, and we want to at least modify it a little bit. So we're gonna bring it down to C. I like working in C because it's a lower note. Lower note means lower 808, which means more bass, which means more rumble, which means when you play it in the car, you play it in the club, knocks. There you go. Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Since this shit takes up a whole lot of goddamn CPU, we don't want to do that. We're gonna just do this. Just gonna let it loop. I'm just gonna record it. So if you guys just bear with me. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. That's another thing too. I try to picture a flow in my head. You don't have to say words. I know it might sound dumb. This is how a lot of rappers work. They'll sit down and they try to come up with a flow. So. And mind you, you know what's in your head, so it doesn't matter if it sounds dumb. Back in the day, in the bay, yeah, you can admit them away, put on my face, yeah, you can admit them pay, go to bed, go to bed, I got a bit of bed, I got a bit of bed, turn yourself into Migos. Into los amigos! Pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. Hey. There you go. Just so it doesn't freeze up on me. Lag up on me. Lag up on me! Now we're going to move on to the drums, which is my favorite part. And then we'll get a flute going too. I love flutes. Why do lo-fi trap beats always minor? Honestly, I don't have any idea why. I just know I always work in low notes, man. Even for like my dance record, my house stuff, my dubstep shit, you know, it's all either in like D sharp. I'm actually supposed to make this record, just remix to a very well known old dubstep song. And the reason why I haven't been able to come up with anything is because it's an F. I don't work in F. Stupid as it sounds. Okay, so no, I want dun 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 dun. Nope. There you go. Oh god, I recorded it with so much fucking noise. Ain't that about a bitch? And again, Brand, this is just hip hop beat from scratch, or you're just going through my process. Alright, now we're gonna record that instead. Record this instead. Dun, 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 dun. I know it sounds when I'm working, and I said it last time, one of the streams too. When I'm working with a vocalist, I like to keep it simple, so the vocalist has more room to do the thing. And then once they get on it, if I feel like it's missing something, I'll go and I'll add whatever I feel like it needs. So just again recording, so I can't have too many omnispheres open. It'll make my computer shit itself. I'm gonna open up a couple. So just recording it. So we're working with audio instead. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. And same thing as I said before, I'm going to start with just a good 8 bars and we will progress from there. Alright, so that's the main part of the loop. That's the main part of the whatchamacallit, the beat, right? That little, and this is actually, if you want to narrow it down to what kind of beat we're doing, we're probably going to end up doing a baby or Jetson made type beat, but just my take on that, my take on what it would be like if I was working with the baby. And I wish I was working with the baby. He uses a lot of flutes too. And for now, we're just going to keep a very basic hi-hat pattern. We'll change it up a little bit. I want it a little more spaced out. So. And then we're gonna. Ah man, I hate that I'm not doing this on speakers. Oh, there you go. So we got that part taken care of. Dun 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 dun. You want to control some of these peaks here. Control some of the peaks. And then my favorite part, the 808. I like to use this 808 from the Jetson pack. Jetson from Jetson Made. I'm not sure if it's his, if it's his exact 808, but it's pretty darn close. I'm not sure if it's his pack either. I think it's funny that producers do that. They'll be like Metro Boomin kit or a Skrillex kit, but it's really is just somebody else. Also, guys, I'm reading 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Obviously not right now because I'm doing this, but it's a great book. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, I say you guys read it. All right, so 808. We're going to the 808 pattern. I'm gonna have to take a piss because I drank a lot of water. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna keep this on loop. Be right back. Let's get a pee. Alright guys, let's go pee. I'm back. Okay. Favorite part, which is the 808s. You want that shit to knock. Is that the right key? Yeah, it's the right key. Sometimes I get a little tone deaf, and I can't tone deaf, and I can't tell if I'm working on the right key. So what I'll do is I'll just put the bass really, really high. Pretty sure you're the same thing too. Ooh, this might actually sound really hard if we slow it down. Let's see what this sounds like. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, there you go. Ooh, this shit's gonna be fire, man. See, I get excited because I already know that it's gonna be fire. I already know what it's gonna sound like in my head. So, that's another thing too. It's hip hop is one of the ways that I make money. I don't work as anything else other than a producer. And hip hop is one of those things that helps keep me afloat. You know, just selling beats to people, whether it be getting placements and making royalties from that, or it be just selling beats to local rappers or whatever. That's a good way to make some money if you're a producer and you have the ability to make good beats. No, I would definitely recommend making hip hop. Okay, sorry. Fucking talking the shit. Yeah, hey, roll it. Yeah, I just put over the roll it. Yeah, hey, on a different type of way. Yeah, fucking around. Hey. Okay, so then we want to add some variation. So. And then this right here should be a high one, so it should go up an octave. So ooh, and that's another thing too. I do too. If I go up and down like just like exactly as it is here, I end up doing it again here. So it'll go down, da-dum. So. And not every, there's something I learned from Metro Boomin. Not every kick has to have, not every 808 had like, not every 808 hit has to have the kick on it as well. You see? Oh man, y'all don't understand how hard I'm gonna snap on this flute right now, man. Woo! Haven't made a hip hop beat in like, I don't know, like 2 weeks. I've been just doing straight dubstep stuff, and so I'm getting excited because I'm making some fire hip hop, and it's good to clear my mind. So we're gonna go to Omnisphere, Mellotron flute, make a new pattern, boom. Again, I'm still trying to make the final whatchamacallit, 8 bars. You know, I mean the beginning 8 bars, which is what I always say, start with 8 or 16 bars. Here we're gonna look into this little Felmax pack, which is a little cheat code thing I made for myself, and just has things like that, little hits and bits and pieces of stuff that make my life easier. So I'm working in C. The sample is in D. It's a thing I made a while back. I'm bringing it down to C, and then this thing. Again, they're very minor, but as far as hip hop goes, it's a way for me to establish what my sound is, which is I always have these two things going on, and I'll show you what they are. See, basic. Again, man, when you're working on hip hop, when you're working on trap, especially these kind of beats, you want to keep it simple. Not too simple where the point where the beat sounds like, oh man, it's not a finished beat, but simple enough for the rapper to feel like he has room. I've been in a situation where you go and all my beats were just. I've been in a situation where all my beats, were just so fucking cluttered, and it was just so embarrassing to. You have an opportunity to get a placement, but you can't get the placement because your beats aren't there. So this is the. We're going back to this, and as you can see, the melody's already playing on this omnisphere, so the notes are highlighted here, and that's kind of what helps me put together a melody for the flute. I could just, so in theory, you should be able to hit these notes, and it should sound fine. Doesn't happen all the time. So if I do. Was it? Okay, I can't. It's kind of interfering with me, so. Let's see.
Make your music stand out, get more views, and way more engagement. Bring your music to life. Get Music Visualizer. In every format, even for social media. Get started today. The link is in the description.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, so F is a playable note. So okay. Okay. Yeah. Da. Okay, we moving. The image shit was a bop in it. Let's see. Making sure it's still recording and streaming. Is it this? Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with that as a flute melody. So we're gonna go copy this and just make it its own pattern, and then we're gonna go and record it. I might end up changing it honestly, but we'll see. We'll see, man. We're gonna see. So flute. Hey, hey. Ooh. Yeah, I knew me some shit wasn't bopping. Hey, this should be knocking. Yeah. So there you go, 16 bars. Alright, so then this is what we'll do here. So that is basically either your first verse or your chorus. Doesn't matter if I'm being 100% honest. It's because the rapper is going to decide what it is. Could even be something else. But again, this is more for like if you're going to be working with a rapper. So this would be the verse, the hook for me, and that would be verse. I don't know what you're thinking. Whoa, Felmax, Daniel, your fucking hi-hat pattern right now is so basic. Yeah, I know it's basic, man, but it's gonna change. Things change. It's like a butterfly. It's like beautiful butterfly. It's in cocoon for this time. It's in cocoon, but then it gets better and bigger and more beautiful. Beautiful butterfly. These are my hi-hats. My hi-hats are beautiful butterfly. So I'll usually start off again. Just it's gonna be the same pattern as you hear now, but you guys will see what I mean. A lot of times I try to explain shit. I feel like if I just show you guys will understand better because I don't know English. So then go this into triplets right here. So you know, nice little hi-hat rolls. Alright, okay. So now we're just making the hi-hat pattern a little bit saucy. You know, you want to make it saucy, you don't want to have boring hi-hats. And da 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 da. And go lower here. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 1, 2, skip a few. Nah, triplets, mate. Triplets, mate. Ooh, okay. So trata, trata. And then back to triplets. And then next time that I do a workshop, I think I'll do a house record. You know, or if you guys want more of the dubstep stuff, that's another thing too. Let me know what you guys would rather hear. I did hip hop just because I love making hip hop, and I figured it would be cool to do that as well. I'm not sure if there's many people on the Fire group that are doing hip hop, but I figured it'd be cool. But let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear. If you guys want to see a pop record, you know, we can go into pop. If you guys want Chainsmokers type shit, we can do that. If you guys want to see a future bass record, we can go into that. We could do whatever you guys feel like you'll learn more from, you know. And I think I like doing like 1 hour one genre, 1 hour a different genre. I think it's cool. Do I have food? Oh yeah, I had pasta. And then that. So then one thing I learned by listening to um, a hip hop. I forgot what hip hop record it was, but it was actually the year Baby Jesus Hammer is this I forgot who the rapper is. Can't believe I'm not YBN Corday. What they did was every 16 bars, not every 16 bars, but when the verse would come in, they would slow down the hi hat pattern, and that's something I've been doing. Yeah, of course, Agent man. Thank you for tuning in, man. That's something I've been doing on my beats. So it's like a way of like letting the listener know, okay, this is the verse or this is whatever this part is, you know. Okay, so let's do that that. So one, two, no, that. So and then that. Right. And again, man, nobody knows what's in your head, you know. So a lot of times, like you'll hear me say things and make melodies and do things that might sound dumb, but it's all about what's in your head. It's all about what's in your brain, dude. And then here you can just write out with no hi hat. Dun, 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 dun. And then this you want to, since you know we made it a sample of its own and brought it down an octave, you want to re-EQ that. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, where's my flute? Okay, I just didn't copy. Okay, here we go. Well, what the fuck is all this? Holy shit. Hold on, this looks like a mess over here. Oh shit, why does this look so messy? There. And then if you want to go and get a little more saucy with it, this is what I do. Oh, not Sawyer, god damn it. Pull up another serum. And we are, again, if you guys are just tuning in now, we're making it. This is a hip hop beat from scratch with Felmax. I showed you guys how I made the drop from scratch for one of my other records earlier. So if you want to watch some bass record stuff, you can take a look at that. Or if you want to watch some hip hop, take a look at this. So we're going to my downloads. Where we at? Okay, here we go. And this, it's basically just a saw. It's like a pad. And it's from Part Native, it's from the Part Native pack on Splice. And it's literally as is. Alright, and we're gonna get a little Drakey with it. I do this because I'm a big Drake fan, and Drake always throws pads on all his shit, and that always sounds good. Ooh, saucy already. So we'll do dun dun. Mm. I mean, I know you probably should go high. Okay, so we could actually save that for like a little bridge part here, and then this is what we'll do. I'll bump it a little bit. Also, I see people always talking about, oh, sidechain your 808s. Don't sidechain your 8. Don't sidechain. It's hip hop, dude. Don't be sidechaining 808s in hip hop. And again, this is a pack I made for myself a while ago. It just has I would use it mainly for the hip hop shit. I have other packs that I've made for myself, and I think that's something every producer should do. In a sense, whenever I finish a song, I have a new sound pack or a new sample pack for myself because I stem everything out, and then I can just pick those sounds for later on for whenever I want to use them again. And these right here are some of that. And then, you know what, man, we're going to cut this short right there. We're just going to give it a regular 8-bar intro, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. And thank you guys so much. We got 18 minutes left, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you guys have learned. No, there has to be is it this? Okay, this has to be louder then. I didn't hear. No. Too loud. One in the background. Okay, making sure it's not going over. A little bit more reverb on this. Nope. Hey. And a lot of times when you do that, for example, like the flute play here plays low, and then when it comes in again in the second part, it comes at a higher octave. Or whenever I'm doing anything and I go up an octave, usually when it goes up, it'll just sound louder. So I'm just fixing that for if you guys are wondering why I automatically did an automation on the volume the moment I put it up an octave. Still trying to understand what the guy said. He said automation 101. I'm not sure what you were talking about, brother. Alright, and then how long are we in? What is it? 1 minute and 48? Okay, and then here. Oof. I hear the shit fucking getting laggy, man. Let me do this. Macros. If you're using FL and you want to save memory, just what is it? Go to macros and switch Smart Disable for all plugins. Press F12, then go to macros again and select unused channels. And it will pull up everything you're not using. And we will delete that and try to save as much CPU as possible. So then we'll get this little Drakey pad thing. I will throw it on here. And I'll show you guys what that sounds like right now. It's nice for a bridge, you know. And then you just copy pasta that right there. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on. And also during that part, we want to have this right here. That's in C already, so it's already in the key we want it to be in. You just want the essence. And then, just so it's not the same, you know, we're gonna just have to change up the 808 pattern between here, right? Just so it's not exactly the same, right? So you want to do bong, 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 bong. I'm gonna go into just a bit more 808s. And then here we'll go high. Does it go? And then here we'll copy that last bit of 808. And we'll do it again here. And that's 2 bars. So for these next 4 bars, we're going to copy these 2 bars on the 808. It's just so it adds variation. You know, you just want to add that. You don't want your pattern, your 808 pattern, or whatever, to just be the same exact thing throughout the whole song, because that'll just get boring. And then, then we do. And then boom, boom, boom. Variation, baby. Dun on, dun, dun, dun. And then we'll bring it back down on this part right here. So it goes well done. And then for this Drake thing, what I like to use to beef this up, I forgot what the plugin is called. I'll remember right now though. I'll throw it on the mixer. It's a Saturn, I believe. Yeah, FabFilter Saturn. Another great plugin by FabFilter. If you don't have it, I highly recommend you get it. It is great. And this is how I use it. I'll just open up a Saturn and just create different bands, because bands will make her dance, as Juicy J said. And then have a little control over it. Kill these. And then we'll pull up an EQ. And just make sure whatever is going over, we just control it. And again, man, this is just, I like making hip hop on the side. It's fun for me. I listen to a lot of hip hop. I grew up listening to hip hop, and I don't know. I think it's a nice alternative from, if you're here. I'm assuming you're probably if you're here, I'm assuming you probably make dubstep, or you probably make dance music, and this is just a nice alternative, a nice switch up from what you're used to making. I think if you stick yourself in one box, it kind of like you put yourself in that box creatively, and then when it's time for you to think outside the box, you kind of get stuck. And I think, they say that success is when preparation meets what is a right opportunity. And let's say if you're a producer and you somehow manage, you're doing very well in dance music or whatever it is that you're making, and you get an opportunity to maybe work with a rapper, maybe work with a vocalist or another artist, or just an opportunity in general that could be beneficial for your career, and you're not prepared. Let's say you don't make that style of music, you could lose on whether it be money, if that's what if that's what it is, or maybe an opportunity. You could just lose on an opportunity, and I think that's the worst, to look back at and be like, fuck, man, if I would have done this right then, or if I would have had these beats back then, I would have been able to get the placement. So just something to think about. Don't try to put yourself in the box creatively. If I sit down and I say I'm gonna make hip hop, even though I just did that now, or if I sit down and say I'm gonna make a dubstep record, even though I did it earlier, you kind of you're already putting a cap on where you're gonna go creatively. Where if you just let your mind flow and make what it wants to make, and then later figure out how you're gonna distribute it, if you're gonna distribute it, or what the plan is for a set record, or set beat, or set instrumental. So we made this beat. We started with this melody right here. It was originally a cymatics MIDI. It was an F sharp. We brought it down to F. The main sound was done on Omnisphere, as you guys watched, and then the flute was made on Omnisphere. If I'm using hip hop, if I'm making hip hop, Omnisphere is my go-to. And let's give a listen to what we have. What up, Chris? Let me know it. And we take off the hi-hats here just to add, progression or degression. I don't even know if that's a real word, but just movement, Back to the hook right here. And you guys will notice everything is done in bars of 16 bar segments. Slide right here. So when it drops back, it slides. This is what it's about. Hey, there you go. There you go. 1, 2, and then back to the whatever the hook is right here. And you guys will notice there wasn't any processing on the kick, any processing on the snare. I pretty much just picked good sounding kick, good sounding snare. Winter Remedy Pack Volume 3 is great for that. And then just loop it, you know. I've seen a lot of rappers now, a lot of producers, when they send shit to rappers, all they send them is the 16 bars, literally. So all they'll send them is this, and then they'll stem it out, and then the rapper will give it to the engineer, and then the engineer will arrange it. But just to be safe, I like to structure it how I think. Let's say if I'm making something specifically to send to the baby, right? I'll go and I'll listen to his tracks, and I'm like, okay, he usually structures his shit like this, so I'll go and I'll structure my beat in set manner. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in so much. And I'll play this beat back one more time for you guys, break down these elements. We got just a regular 808. We got this melody, which is the base of the beat. Once you have the main melody, you usually got to build everything else around it. Very basic drums, you know. I think the most complicated thing on the drums is probably the hi-hat pattern, and that's not even complicated. Again, you want to keep it simple, leave as much room as possible for the vocalist, for the rapper that you're working with. You want them to be the thing that sits in the main element. A lot of times producers are used to, especially coming from dance music, you know, you're used to, in a sense, we kind of try to make music, not even for the fans, we try to make music for other producers, like, oh, I'm going to show you what's cool, and you know, and I feel like when you bring that element, which is, it could be detrimental and it could be helpful, you know, but I feel like when you bring that element onto hip-hop, you just end up, like, in a sense, trying to show off with the beat, and then trying to do that, and in doing that, you're kind of taking the starlight, I guess, off of the rapper. And again, this is if you're working with a rapper, this is the way I like to go about things. Oh, hold on. Just said hold on. But yeah, you want the voice. You want the voice to be that sticks in the front. You want the voice to be what guides everything. Even if the beat was made, like right now, I don't have any vocals to guide myself with. You still would want the vocals to, you know, to be what guides the record. So very basic drums. Got some little percussions here, little side snares going on. I call these little fillers. These little things right here. I made them, you know, like to make for myself and just put in a pack, and then throw this on top. And again, the way I like to get a feel for things is if I can come up with a melody, or not a melody for the beat, but like if I try to come up with a flow in my head, then I already know that the beat, for me at least, would be good to go. And this is, let's see, what beat number is this? We're gonna find out right now. I'm gonna find out right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go to beats, and this is beat number 233. I'm going to call it Stream Beat 141. And there you go. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Felmax, Defire Workshop. First hour, we made a drop, dubstep trap drop, more trap, that's what I call it, more trap drop. During the first hour, went through the process. Obviously, that still needs work, but just wanted to show you guys my approach at making something. And again, for me,